We've made huge progress with clean electricity, solar panels, wind turbines, electric cars. These technologies are transforming how we power our homes and vehicles, making our daily lives cleaner and greener. It's easy to imagine a future where everything runs on renewable energy. And for many things, that's becoming a reality. But there's a bigger challenge: heavy industry. This sector is responsible for producing the materials and goods that modern society depends on, from the steel in our buildings to the cement beneath our feet. Think steel mills melting iron ore at thousands of degrees, or cargo ships crossing oceans for weeks at a time. These processes require enormous amounts of energy, delivered continuously and reliably, often in places far from the electric grid. These need massive, constant power, far beyond what batteries or the grid can provide today. Factories can't afford to lose power, even for a moment, or production grinds to a halt. You can't run a blast furnace or a container ship on the same tech that powers your home. The scale and intensity of energy needed is on a completely different level. Heavy industry needs energy that's dense, storable, and always available. It's not just about having enough power, but having it in the right form, at the right time, wherever it's needed. Electricity and batteries are great for homes and cars, but not for the toughest jobs. The limitations of current battery technology make it impractical for the largest machines and factories. Imagine a battery-powered semi-truck. The battery would be so heavy, there'd be little room for cargo. The same problem scales up for ships and planes, where weight and space are at a premium. We need a clean fuel, something we can store, transport, and burn for intense heat or power without CO2. This fuel must be flexible enough to work in factories, ships, and even airplanes. This is the hard-to-abate sector: steel, cement, fertilizer, shipping, aviation. These industries are some of the most difficult to decarbonize, but they're also some of the most important. These industries are the backbone of our economy, and they still run almost entirely on fossil fuels. Without them, modern life as we know it would come to a standstill. If we want to stop climate change, we have to clean up the heavy stuff, not just our cars and homes. Tackling these sectors is essential for a truly sustainable future. That's where our story begins. The next chapter in clean energy isn't just about solar panels and wind turbines. It's about reimagining how we power the world's most demanding industries. We need a new hero, one that can deliver clean, powerful energy for the toughest jobs on Earth, and help us build a future that's both prosperous and sustainable. Enter hydrogen, the universe's most common element. It's simple: one proton, one electron. It powers the sun. On Earth, hydrogen is usually locked up in water or other molecules. The magic: when you burn hydrogen, the only emission is water vapor. No CO2, no pollution. Or use it in a fuel cell. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to make electricity, heat, and water. But here's the catch: pure hydrogen doesn't exist naturally. We have to extract it, which takes energy. How we make hydrogen determines if it's clean or dirty. Right now, most hydrogen is made from natural gas, a process that emits lots of CO2. This gray hydrogen is part of the pollution problem, not the solution. To build a clean hydrogen economy, we have to change how we make it. Hydrogen comes in colors, not literally, but as labels for how it's made. Each color tells a story about the source of energy and the environmental impact behind every molecule of hydrogen produced. Gray hydrogen is the most common type today, made from natural gas, through a process called steam methane reforming. But it comes at a cost. For every ton of hydrogen, up to 10 tons of CO2 are released into the atmosphere, making it a major contributor to climate change. Blue hydrogen uses the same process, but adds carbon capture and storage technology to trap some of those emissions underground. It's a step in the right direction, but not a perfect solution. Some greenhouse gases still escape, and the process remains energy intensive. Green hydrogen is the gold standard. It's made by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen using electricity from renewable sources like wind and solar. This process produces zero direct emissions, making it the cleanest option available. The cleaner the electricity, the cleaner the hydrogen. If the power comes from renewables, the hydrogen is truly green, but if fossil fuels are used, even indirectly, the benefits are reduced. Green hydrogen is the ultimate goal. A fuel made from sun, wind, and water, with only water vapor as a byproduct. It can power vehicles, industries, and even homes, all while helping to fight climate change. There's also pink hydrogen produced using nuclear power, and gold or white hydrogen which is found naturally underground. These are less common but could play a role in the future energy mix. But the big race is to make green hydrogen cheap and abundant enough to replace fossil fuels on a global scale. That's the future we need if we want to reach net zero emissions and secure a sustainable planet. The challenge is enormous. We must scale up production, drive down costs, and build the infrastructure to make green hydrogen the new normal for industries and consumers everywhere. The world is betting on hydrogen's promise. The transition is already underway, with countries and companies investing billions. The stakes couldn't be higher for our climate, our economies, and our future. Green hydrogen used to be too expensive, costly machines, pricey renewable electricity, but solar and wind costs have plummeted, and electrolyzers are getting cheaper and better. Now, the main cost is just the electricity. As renewables get cheaper, so does green hydrogen. Mass production of electrolyzers is driving prices down even further. Experts say green hydrogen could soon compete with dirty hydrogen on price. As it gets cheaper, more industries want it, creating a feedback loop that accelerates adoption. We're moving from a niche experiment to a global commodity. The clean energy revolution is picking up speed. Where does green hydrogen matter most? Heavy industry. These are the sectors that power our modern world, but also produce some of the highest emissions on the planet. Take steel making, for example. Traditionally, it relies on coal, which emits huge amounts of CO2 and other pollutants into the atmosphere. With green hydrogen, we can make steel cleanly, replacing coal, emitting only water vapor. This breakthrough could transform one of the world's dirtiest industries into one of the cleanest. Ammonia is another crucial product, essential for fertilizer, but currently made with dirty hydrogen from fossil fuels, adding to global emissions. By swapping in green hydrogen, we can decarbonize global food production, making the fertilizers that feed billions without polluting the planet. Ammonia is also easier to store and transport than hydrogen gas, making it a promising clean fuel for ships and a way to move energy across continents. For long-haul trucks, batteries are often too heavy and slow to recharge, limiting their practicality for freight and logistics. Hydrogen fuel cells offer fast refueling and long range, making them ideal for commercial vehicles that need to stay on the road. Green hydrogen can also provide the extremely high heat needed for making glass, cement, and other materials, processes that are hard to electrify. It's not about replacing batteries everywhere. It's about replacing fossil fuels for the hardest, most energy-intensive jobs in industry. Hydrogen is the right tool for the toughest tasks, where other clean technologies just can't compete. This is how we clean up the backbone of our economy, by targeting the sectors that matter most for jobs, growth, and sustainability. The future of industry depends on it. Cleaner, smarter factories are already being built, leading the way to a greener tomorrow. The transition is already starting, and with every new project we move closer to a world powered by clean hydrogen. Renewables are great, but the sun and wind aren't always available. The grid needs steady power, day and night. Batteries help, but they can't store energy for weeks or months. Hydrogen can. Use excess renewable electricity to make hydrogen when supply is high. Store it in tanks or underground caverns. When renewables are low, turn hydrogen back into electricity. No emissions. Hydrogen acts as a giant long-term battery for the grid. This seasonal storage is something regular batteries can't do cost-effectively. It's the missing link for a 100% renewable grid. Hydrogen keeps the lights on, even in the dead of winter. Hydrogen isn't perfect. It has real challenges. It's the smallest molecule, so it leaks easily and can make metals brittle. It's flammable and can ignite with a tiny spark. But we already handle dangerous fuels safely. Think gasoline and natural gas. With proper engineering, sensors, ventilation, strong tanks, hydrogen can be managed safely. The bigger issue is efficiency. Every time you convert energy, electricity to hydrogen, then back to electricity, you lose some. The round-trip efficiency is much lower than batteries. That's why hydrogen isn't for everything. Use electricity directly when you can. Use hydrogen for what batteries can't do. Hydrogen is for the hard stuff. Heavy industry, long-haul transport, seasonal storage. Understanding its limits is as important as knowing its strengths. It's a powerful tool, but not a cure-all. Hydrogen isn't just about science, it's about money and politics. Governments are investing billions to meet climate goals and boost energy independence. Policies like the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act are supercharging hydrogen projects. Countries with lots of sun and wind want to produce their own clean fuel. Even oil and gas giants are getting involved. They already know how to handle gases and pipelines. For them, switching from natural gas to hydrogen is a logical step. But there's a risk. Some push blue hydrogen to keep fossil fuels alive. That's why clear policies must prioritize truly green hydrogen. The momentum is real, but we have to steer it in the right direction. The world is racing to lead the hydrogen economy. Hydrogen isn't a magic bullet. It won't solve everything. For cars and homes, direct electricity is usually smarter and more efficient. But for heavy industry, shipping, and fertilizer, hydrogen is essential. It's the only viable way to decarbonize the toughest sectors. The real answer isn't batteries versus hydrogen, it's both. Think of clean energy as a toolbox. Batteries for some jobs, hydrogen for others. We need every tool to solve the climate puzzle. The journey for green hydrogen is just beginning. Costs must keep falling, infrastructure must grow, and we must ensure it's truly green. The science and economics are lining up. It's an exciting time to build a new energy system. So, are you team battery, team hydrogen, or team planet Earth? Let's get to work.